She was never supposed to arrive at Wimbledon like this. Not this fast. Not with this much noise around her name. Not with stadiums already preparing for crowds that usually only appear for Grand Slam champions and global icons. But here we are. The grass court season has completely changed the conversation around Alex Eala, and now even Wimbledon itself is openly acknowledging what the rest of the tennis world has slowly started to realize. This is no longer a promising young player quietly climbing the rankings. This is becoming an event. And when a place as tradition-obsessed as Wimbledon changes its plans because of one player, people notice. They pay attention. Because Wimbledon does not move emotionally. It does not react impulsively. It studies numbers. It studies patterns. It studies demand. And then only when the evidence becomes impossible to ignore does it make a decision that publicly signals belief in a player's future. That is exactly what happened here. Alex Eala is officially in the Wimbledon main draw. No qualifying rounds. No dangerous extra matches before the tournament even begins. No exhausting 3-match survival test just to earn a place in the bracket. Straight into the main draw of the most prestigious tennis tournament in the world. And the explanation from Wimbledon tournament director Jamie Baker made the significance of this impossible to miss. Because Baker did not speak like someone offering a young player a nice opportunity. He spoke like someone explaining a calculated decision backed by overwhelming evidence. He openly stated that keeping Eala out of qualifying removes physical stress, removes unnecessary pressure, and gives her a stronger opportunity to make a meaningful run in the tournament itself. That alone was a major statement. But then came the number that made the entire tennis world stop. 40,000 fans. That is the figure Baker attached to Alex Eala's presence at Wimbledon. 40,000 people entering the grounds because she is there. 40,000 people potentially showing up around her matches, her schedule, her momentum, her story. Think carefully about what that means. Wimbledon is not a tournament built on exaggeration. It is probably the most conservative sporting institution in all of tennis. Every operational decision inside that tournament is based on projections, analytics, ticketing behavior, historical attendance models, and broadcast forecasting. When Wimbledon publicly connects one player to that level of attendance impact, the number has already been tested internally from every angle possible. That projection did not appear from excitement. It came from data, real data, ticket demand data, viewer data, consumer engagement trends, broadcast analysis, travel interest, search traffic, international audience tracking. Wimbledon looked at every metric available and reached the same conclusion everyone else in tennis has quietly started reaching over the last several months. Alex Eala moves numbers differently than almost any player in women's tennis right now. And that sounds unbelievable until you actually look at what has happened during this grass court season. Because the truth is the signs were already there before Wimbledon made the decision official. The sport has been building toward this moment for weeks. Birmingham was the first major explosion. Berlin made it impossible to ignore. And now Wimbledon has fully embraced it. Earlier this season, reports started circulating through tennis media that Alex Eala had become the highest ticket-generating women's player on the WTA Tour in 2026. Nearly 500,000 ticket requests connected to her matches across the season. 500,000. Not social media impressions. Not online likes. Actual physical demand from people trying to enter stadiums and watch her play live tennis. That distinction matters. Online popularity can be inflated. Viral clips can disappear in 2 days. Social media attention comes and goes constantly. But ticket demand is different. Ticket demand costs money. Ticket demand requires effort. Fans sit in queues for tickets because they genuinely believe the experience will matter. They believe they are witnessing something important enough to physically travel for. And somehow, among all the established stars in women's tennis, among Grand Slam champions and world number ones and players with decade-long fan bases, the player generating the biggest physical demand was Alex Eala, a 21-year-old from the Philippines still early in her career. That is not normal. Tournament directors noticed immediately. Broadcasters noticed immediately. Sponsors noticed immediately. And once Wimbledon saw those numbers alongside what she was doing on grass, the decision became almost automatic. Because Eala did not arrive at this moment through hype alone. The tennis backed it up completely. Her grass court season has been one of the biggest breakthroughs on the entire WTA tour. And what makes it even more dangerous for the rest of the field is how quickly she adapted to the surface. Grass courts expose weaknesses brutally. There is less time to recover, less time to defend, less time to think. Players who struggle technically on grass are exposed immediately. Eala has looked like she belongs there naturally. The Birmingham Open was where everything changed. She entered the tournament carrying pressure, expectation, and the burden of a terrible record against Czech opponents that had haunted her for years. Match after match, she kept surviving. Match after match, her level kept rising. And in the final against Nicola Barčanová, she faced another brutal test. She lost the opening set. The pressure mounted instantly. The crowd tension grew. The old narrative about struggling against Czech players started creeping back into conversations online. But instead of fading, Eala responded with some of the toughest tennis of her career. She fought through a 3-set battle lasting nearly 2 hours and 40 minutes, winning 5-7, 6-3, 7-5. That victory mattered for reasons bigger than the trophy itself. It snapped a losing streak against Czech opponents stretching back years. It proved she could handle pressure on grass. It proved she could survive physically deep into difficult matches. And perhaps most importantly, it gave her belief. Real belief. The kind players only develop after winning matches they previously would have lost. Then came Berlin. And Berlin changed everything. Because Birmingham made people curious. Berlin made people convinced. The draw was brutal. No easy route. No protected path. No comfortable opening rounds. Yet somehow Eala played the best grass court tennis of her life against some of the biggest names in the sport. First came Elena Rybakina, a Grand Slam champion, one of the most feared servers in women's tennis. A player many considered one of the strongest Wimbledon contenders entering the tournament. On grass, Rybakina is terrifying because her flat hitting style becomes even more dangerous. Eala beat her, not through luck, not through chaos. She beat her with composure, shot-making, and tactical clarity that stunned commentators watching the match unfold. The scoreline itself almost looked routine by the end, which somehow made the upset feel even bigger. Then came Alina Svitolina, former world number 3. Experienced. Smart. One of the best competitors on tour over the last decade. Another player built for high-pressure moments. Eala beat her too. Back-to-back victories over elite names on grass. Suddenly, every conversation around the tournament started revolving around her. Fans crowded practice courts. Broadcast coverage shifted toward her matches. Social media exploded with highlights and reactions from around the world. And through all of it, Eala looked strangely calm. That calmness may actually be the most important part of this entire story. Because plenty of players can produce one upset. Plenty of players can ride momentum for a day or two. But sustaining it under growing pressure is different. Every round in Berlin brought more attention, more expectations, more cameras, more headlines. Her tennis kept improving anyway. That is what frightened people. She eventually lost to Linda Noskova in the semifinals, but even that loss changed how people viewed her. She pushed deep into elite competition on a surface that perfectly fits her game. She proved Birmingham was not a fluke. And by the time Berlin ended, the conversation had completely changed from "Can Alex Eala compete on grass?" to "How far can she go at Wimbledon?" That is an enormous shift to happen in only a few weeks. And while all of this was happening on court, the numbers off the court became almost absurd. The Birmingham final reportedly drew around 11 million live viewers simultaneously. 11 million people watching at the same time. Not replay views collected over several days. Not highlights after the fact. Live viewers. For comparison, many regular WTA finals struggle to consistently reach even a fraction of those numbers. Even major championship matches do not always clear that kind of simultaneous audience. The figure attached to Eala's Birmingham run reportedly became one of the biggest viewership spikes women's tennis has seen outside of the Grand Slam finals themselves. Again, Wimbledon noticed. Of course they noticed. A player driving historic ticket demand while simultaneously generating enormous broadcast numbers and producing elite grass court results is exactly the kind of player a tournament wants deep inside its draw. Especially Wimbledon, where atmosphere and global attention matter tremendously. And this is where Jamie Baker's comments become even more revealing. He openly admitted that Wimbledon cannot afford complacency. He talked about competition between the Grand Slams. He acknowledged the importance of continuing to evolve. That matters because it shows Wimbledon understands the scale of the opportunity Eala represents right now. She is not just another talented player entering the bracket. She is becoming one of the biggest attractions in the entire sport. That attraction comes from multiple directions simultaneously. There is national pride from the Philippines, where her matches have become massive communal viewing events. There is growing interest from Europe after Berlin. There is rising attention from American audiences because of her upset wins and dramatic playing style. And perhaps most importantly, there are neutral tennis fans who simply enjoy watching her compete. That final category is difficult to manufacture artificially. Fans who support you because of nationality or hype are valuable, but fans who watch because they genuinely enjoy your game are what create lasting global stars. Eala's grass court tennis is entertaining. That matters enormously. Her left-handed serve creates awkward angles. Her ability to attack early on low-bouncing balls fits grass naturally. Her willingness to change pace disrupts rhythm. She moves well on the surface. She competes emotionally, but without losing control. Even her matches themselves often carry dramatic momentum swings that keep audiences invested. People want to watch her because the tennis itself is exciting. And now she arrives at Wimbledon with something many dangerous players never receive. Preparation time. Skipping qualifying is massive. People underestimate how physically draining those matches can become. Players can arrive at the main tournament already exhausted mentally and physically before even facing elite opponents. By entering directly into the main draw, Eala gets recovery time, practice time, tactical preparation time, and emotional stability. That could make her even more dangerous. Because the grass court version of Alex Eala already looks capable of beating almost anyone if she finds rhythm early. Now remove the qualifying stress entirely and allow her full focus on the main event itself. That changes everything. Opponents will notice too. Nobody wants to draw an informed player early at Wimbledon, especially one carrying momentum, confidence, crowd support, and nothing to lose. And right now, Eala fits every part of that description perfectly. The rankings are still catching up to the reality of her level on grass. That is what makes her terrifying. Her official position does not fully reflect the quality she has displayed during this stretch of the season. Players understand that. Coaches understand that. Tournament analysts understand that. And now Wimbledon has effectively confirmed it publicly through its own actions. Because if the tournament truly believed she was simply another young player with temporary momentum, they would have allowed the standard process to continue naturally. Qualifying rounds. Additional pressure. Additional risk. Instead, they cleared the path directly into the main draw. Not as publicity. Because the evidence supporting the decision became overwhelming. 40,000 projected fans. 500,000 ticket requests throughout the season. 11 million live viewers during Birmingham. Victories over elite grass court players. Deep tournament runs. Global attention growing almost weekly. Those are not ordinary numbers. Those are superstar numbers. And perhaps the most remarkable part of all this is that Alex Eala still feels early in the process. She is not a finished player yet. She is still developing tactically, still improving physically, still learning how to manage the emotional demands of huge tournaments. Which means Wimbledon may not even be seeing the final version of what she eventually becomes. That possibility is what makes this entire situation so fascinating. Because tennis history is filled with moments where institutions recognize greatness before rankings fully catch up. Moments where tournaments quietly position themselves around emerging stars because they sense something larger developing underneath the statistics. This feels like one of those moments. Wimbledon looked at Alex Eala and saw more than a ranking, more than a hot streak, more than temporary hype. They saw a player capable of changing the atmosphere of the tournament itself. And now she steps onto the biggest grass courts in the world, carrying expectations unlike anything she has experienced before. The crowd will be there. The cameras will be there. The pressure will be enormous. But if the last few weeks have shown anything, it is this. Pressure does not seem to shrink her tennis. It sharpens it. Birmingham introduced the possibility. Berlin confirmed the threat. Wimbledon now becomes the stage where the entire tennis world finds out how real this rise truly is.